Let's review all of the key points that we covered during the course. This is the basic pattern of the wave principle. We have 5 waves up numbered 1 through 5. Waves 1, 3, and 5 are actionary waves. They're moving in the direction of the main trend of the larger pattern. Waves 2 and 4 interrupt the main trend. We showed how the basic structure of the wave principle, 5 waves up and 3 waves down, is similar at all degrees of observation. In other words, it's a robust fractal, which means it's similar but not exact. The first phase, or 5 waves up, is called the motive phase. The correction that occurs after a 5-wave sequence has completed is called the corrective phase. The motive phase can be divided up into impulse waves and diagonal triangles. The corrective phase consists of corrective structures such as zigzags, flats, triangles, and combinations. Each wave can further subdivide into other waves. There are 3 rules that we follow. First, wave 2 can never retrace more than 100% of wave 1. Wave 3 can never be the shortest of waves 1, 3, and 5, and wave 4 cannot enter the price territory of wave 1 for impulse waves. We talked about various guidelines. Equality. Out of waves 1, 3, and 5, 2 of the motive waves tend toward equality. With alternation, if wave 2 is sharp, then wave 4 is sideways, and vice versa for impulse waves. For corrective waves, the guideline of alternation states that if wave A is a sharp zigzag, wave B will be a sideways or flat correction, and vice versa. In a 5-wave impulse wave, wave 4 tends to terminate in the area of the previous 4th wave of one lesser degree. Impulse waves are normally bounded by a channel. We can construct the channel by connecting the termination points of waves 1 and 3 and the termination points of waves 2 and 4. If wave 5 terminates above the upper trend line of the channel, we call that a throw-over. If wave 4 terminates below the lower trend line of the channel, one can expect wave 5 to be a throw-over and terminate above the upper trend line of the channel. Volume tends to be greater in 3rd waves versus 5th waves. If volume in the 5th wave is greater than the 3rd wave, the 5th wave will most likely be extended. We also can see spikes in volume at the termination points of some corrective waves. But normally volume contracts in corrective waves. We calculate the post-triangle thrust measurement by measuring the width of the triangle at the origin of the A wave by drawing a perpendicular line that connects the AC trend line and the BD trend line. And we can use that to estimate the termination point of wave 5. Each wave has its own personality and reflects the emotional and economic state at a given point in time. We see Fibonacci relationships in financial markets, the Fibonacci ratio of 0.618 and its inverse of 1.618, also represented by the Greek letter phi. We see this with retracements where wave 4 will retrace 0.382 of wave 3. We see it in multiples, where wave 5 will be equal to 0.618, the net distance traveled of waves 1 through 3. And that concludes our course on the basics of the wave principle. Thanks very much for watching this course, and I hope you enjoyed it.